Hello everyone. Welcome back to mohanaastrology. Rajshri here. Today I am going to talk about Saturn in second house. We'll find out what happens and what characteristics you get and how your life turns out to be when Saturn is placed in your second house of the chart. So let me start with the second house, what it signifies. Second house is the significator of your accumulated wealth, your speech, food that you like, and your face, the way you speak. It also shows your family environment and the atmosphere where you have grown up. Now coming to Saturn. Saturn signifies, the first thing that comes to our mind when we speak about Saturn is discipline and restrictions. It also shows delay. It doesn't deny, but it delays things. Saturn represents hard work, justice, duty, responsibility, practicality, less expression of emotions, and detachment. It also shows separation, basically everything that we do not like to have in our lives. Comfort and Saturn do not go hand in hand. Let us first understand which houses of the natural zodiac, all the Kalpurush Kundali, the Saturn rules. Saturn rules 10th and 11th houses of the natural zodiac. 10th house represents our karma, including our profession and social status. And 11th house represents our social circle and our desires and our gain. Now, by lordship of these two houses, it is pretty clear that Saturn wants us to be absolutely disciplined in our profession and in our karma, and to have control and restrictions over our desires and our gain and our materialistic approach. Now coming to the second house. If Saturn is placed in the second house of the chart, it shows that you have grown up in a family which is extremely conservative and traditional in its approach. You probably never got the chance to become the child. You probably had a lot of restrictions around you, and as a result, you have grown a little bit of detachment towards your family. As a child, you had a very serious and mature look, much mature than your real age. You also have a very reserved nature. You do not like to speak much, but when you do, you speak to the point and with a lot of reasoning, and you are very down to earth in your approach. There is no place for fluff in your speech. Sometimes it may come out a little bit harsh for other people, and it becomes difficult for them to digest what you are saying. You may not be very fond of eating. You rather, eat to live, but not the other way around. You like fuss-free minimalistic approach towards living, lifestyle, and food. Fine dining and extravagant lifestyle is not really your forte. Saturn in second house delays accumulation of wealth, but it does not deny it. You will have to work really hard and for longer to accumulate some savings and wealth. Your family may have gone through some sort of financial difficulty during your growing up years. And this has impacted your attitude towards money. And that's how savings and accumulation of money has become the priority for you. This trait of yours have probably made you a workaholic as well. You work really hard to accumulate money, but sometimes you feel that things are not really working out in your favor. This is a very typical trait of Saturn in the second house. You work hard to make money, but you do not like to spend money, particularly on luxury and on yourself. There is one note of caution that while accumulating money, while trying to have some savings, you deny yourself of the little pleasures that you deserve in the present time. You worry so much about the future that you forget to enjoy the present times. The good news is that when you cross your mid-30s, your troubles with money becomes much less. You are then able to accumulate money, particularly if you have aspects or any kind of influence of Jupiter and Venus on this second house Saturn. You can really do well if you have this kind of benefic aspects on your second house Saturn. Second house Saturn also indicates fluctuating income, which means at times you will be earning a lot, but then there can be a lull period for some time, and again your income can pick up at some point in time. So this trait is visible the entire life. Saturn in the second house can indicate a career towards building, construction, architecture, Vastu, and astrology as well. A person with Saturn in the second house is extremely spiritual. It is a very peculiar placement as far as materialistic possessions and worldly affairs are concerned. It is found that although you will be running after money your entire life, you may not actually have a real attachment towards it. When Saturn is placed in the second house, it aspects 4th house, 8th house and 11th house. When Saturn aspects the 4th house, it can actually mean that you had a very strict mother, or somehow the bonding with your mother is not great, or your mother may have faced some difficulty when you were a child. And growing up as well, you will have to put in a lot of effort to maintain happiness and peace and harmony in your own family life. Saturn from second house looks at the 8th house of your chart. 8th house is the house of difficulties. So when Saturn looks at the 8th house, it can actually give you a long life, and it may also indicate that you may face a couple of upheavals in your life, and through these upheavals you will find the true purpose of your life. You may also have interest towards occult, astrology, and to know the unknown secrets of everything. Saturn also aspects your 11th house. It shows that you have a smaller social circle or a small friend circle. Other people may not be able to connect with you emotionally very quickly, and vice versa. Basically, this applies for you as well. It also shows that you may have to let go of your desires and materialistic gains to lead a happy life in this birth. The result of Saturn in the second house is, of course, going to differ depending on in which Rashi Saturn is placed, and whether the Rashi Lord is a friend of Saturn or an enemy of Saturn, and Saturn's connection with other planets in the chart and how they are influencing each other. So what I discussed just now is purely Saturn's placement in second house, irrespective of which Rashi it is placed in. So this is it from my side on Saturn in the second house. If you want to know more and if you want to get your chart assessed, you can reach me at mohanaastrology@gmail.com. And please do not forget to subscribe, like and share this video if you find this is informative to you. Thank you so much for viewing this video. May God bless us all.